Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Amazing Shinsengumi, Heroes in Love. We're on Todo Heisuke's route. On Chapter 5, it sends shivers down my spine. I wonder what that is. Wow, after that insanity in Chapter 3, we've managed to keep him in check in Chapter 4. Let's see where this chapter leads us. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. It was the day after I'd stepped foot into Ikadaya. Everyone's eyes concentrated on the Shinsengumi as I took Heisuke back home. Isami led us and walked majestically. However, the people around us kept criticizing the Shinsengumi.
Why do we have to take all the blame?
Heisuke sounded dissatisfied.
There's nothing we can do about it. It's true that we killed people.
But we saved Kyoto, didn't we?
Saved Kyoto? Heisuke nodded with dignity.
They were planning on burning the Shogun down and starting fire in Kyoto.
That's horrible.
We knew that in advance and tried searching for their hideout.
Then the Shinsengumi really did save Kyoto.
We did. It's rude how they complain about us.
There probably wasn't a peaceful solution to this problem.
But they're still being rude. I can't believe they're treating the saviors of Kyoto like this.
Don't you think so? I did my best and got hurt so badly.
Oh, come on. Now he's playing up the wound when he was like, it's nothing before.
Either way,
Toshizo must have heard our conversation. He started talking.
We're just following our own sense of justice. It doesn't matter how others perceive us.
He had a point. I didn't say anything else. For a while, the shogunate faction and the anti-shogunate faction were at a standoff. I nursed Heisuke back to health. I didn't understand the other soldiers, but many of them participated in the standoff. Heisuke wanted to join in as well. He tried doing it behind my back. His wounds wouldn't heal. His injuries finally healed after a full 2 months had passed. Wow, really? I didn't know it was that bad. In that time, the standoff got even more intense. Even I could feel the explosive situation. Finally, that day came. And how in the world did we actually stay with him for 2 months without him bothering us? Kyoto became a battlefield. Heisuke was finally ordered to go out. He was in high spirits. Yeah, I'd bet. Be careful, and please come back safe and sound. He put on his pale blue jacket and looked at me confused.
What are you saying? You're coming with me.
Oh my god! He's totally such a child! He really thinks he can totally protect me and isn't concerned about just telling me to stay someplace safe like everybody else. Huh? I'll just get in the way if I go.
I couldn't show you how cool I was before. I want to show you this time.
No, but...
It's okay, right? I'll protect you no matter what.
But what will the other Shinsengumi say? What will Toshizo say? Fine, I'll nod. Just because I have to. This is so unwise. Once Heisuke decided something, he didn't listen to others very well. Plus, with Heisuke's skills, I might not end up being a burden on him. Then... I nodded, and Heisuke smiled cheerfully. I'll do my best not to cause you any trouble.
It's fine. I'll protect you. And one more thing.
He scratched his nose.
You don't have to be so cautious around me. You can relax, you know.
I don't know about that. Huh? His request was so sudden, my face suddenly flushed.
Sometimes you sound so formal when you talk to me. You don't mind, right?
Alright, Heisuke.
Yep. That sounds better. Let's go, Chizuru.
What about the 8th Squadron?
I gave them orders, and they went on ahead. They're on another mission. It's fine.
Heisuke took my hand and went into the city. It was burning. Kyoto was burning. I stood there dumbfounded. Was this the result of their battle? They're destroying Kyoto.
The Choshu are the bad guys doing this. We'll eradicate them and make sure they get what they deserve.
I realized Heisuke was holding a rifle. He opened fire at a house that wasn't burning. Bang! The gunfire echoed. He shot it 3 more times. What are you doing, Heisuke?
I have to. Captain Kondo ordered me to. The Choshu are hiding in this house, so I'm going to smoke them out.
With a rifle? That doesn't make any sense.
I guess it would have been easier with a cannon.
Yeah, you're not smoking them out with a rifle. He started a fire at a burning building. His expression didn't change. What the hell? Bang! The fire became even more violent with the sound of the gun. Stop him! Stop it, Heisuke! Please stop! Heisuke was about to fire off more rounds when I grabbed onto his arm.
Why are you stopping me? Just watch me be heroic.
This isn't heroic at all. Why are the Shinsengumi causing this fire?
We're not causing a fire. We're getting rid of the bad guys.
Heisuke didn't yield at all. I can't ask Heisuke. I began to move sluggishly. I have to find a well. I have to put out the fire if things continue like this.
We're all going to burn. Where are the firefighters? Bring water. The fire's spreading.
A number of townsmen were running around. When I mixed with them,
Where are you going? It's dangerous, Chizuru.
Heisuke pulled my hips toward him. Heisuke's body felt hot as the embers fell. He didn't let go even when I struggled to get free.
Don't these unusual circumstances make you excited?
No, they don't.
It makes me feel really excited. A dangerous place like this sends shivers down my spine.
Now is not the time, Heisuke. You've got work to do. And I've got to hinder you. Heisuke whispered into my ear. He wouldn't let me run away. Heisuke went toward the fire where no one dared to stay.
No one's here, Chizuru. You don't need to be embarrassed.
What? He started petting my cheek. He went down to my neck and into my clothes. There's fire! He brought me over to the fire to do this? No! Heisuke's hand was so hot, it felt like it was burning. I tried to push him away, but he just used even more force.
We might burn up while we start feeling good. It makes me really excited.
There was a sea of fire in front of my eyes. It was hot. My skin felt like it was burning. My skin was red. Heisuke forcefully opened up my kimono. Oh my god! Stop! My white skin was dyed crimson.
It's beautiful. You're so beautiful, Chizuru. I want to suck you up.
Heisuke's hand touched my breast. It sent a hot pulse through my body. It was a foreign feeling. Heisuke, we can't do this in a place like this.
You don't like it no matter where I touch you. I'm not listening to you anymore.
He roughly fondled my breasts. At first he drew circles, but then he started to shake them. Okay, he's being weird again. Stop!
What a cute voice. Let me hear some more. I'm not letting you get away today.
He rolled his thumbs onto the tip of my breasts. The top of my skin was hot, along with the depths of my body. I was burning up from the two sources of heat. The sensation was even more intense as he rolled over the tip. My feet were trembling. I felt weak, like I was going to collapse. If I fell down here, I would be burned alive. I could hear the fire roaring. I could hear Heisuke breathing at the same time.
You don't look too happy. Are you feeling it? It's exciting, right?
His other hand traced my hips and petted my thigh. I could see a house crumbling down at the edge of my vision. I could hear screams far off. For a second, I saw someone fall down in the flames. Stop it! People could be dying at a time like this.
That's why we have to do it at a time like this. We can experience life to the fullest while we explore the thin line of life and death.
Wow, his story got dark. His hand slipped in front of the edge of my kimono. He touched my hip directly. You're wrong. The Shinsengumi are supposed to save Kyoto, aren't they? What you're doing is...
Don't think about those complicated things. I just want to feel good with you.
His hand moved upward onto my private spot. No! No matter how many times I struggled to get away, Heisuke's hands wrapped around me. No matter where I looked, or whether my eyes were open or closed, all I could see was red. My skin was hot. My insides were hot as well. People were being burned alive in front of me, but I couldn't get Heisuke off me. Oh my god. Okay, I can't read this sentence. Am I gonna have to skip some here? No!
It feels good here, doesn't it? It feels so good that you forget everything, right?
A small amount of reason wouldn't let that happen. However, as Heisuke's hand moved, those thoughts felt like they were flying away. He pinched the edge of my breast, and I felt a new sensation wrap around my body. The depths of my stomach felt hot. It felt like something muddy was spilling out. Okay, I'm gonna have to soften this text up a little bit, because it's a little too much for me to say out loud. As I was confused, he rubbed me like he was drawing a circle. I bit my back without thinking. My feet were trembling. I couldn't stand up. Stop it!
What a sexy voice. I feel it too, can you tell?
Heisuke pushed his hips against me. I felt something stiff and hot.
Want to do it right here? We might die before we can finish, though.
He licked my ear as he said those unthinkable words.
I wonder how many people died while we did this. I want the Choshu to see us while we do it.
Stop it!
You don't want to do it with me?
He replied so innocently. I wanted his warmth, but I don't want it here. Absolutely not. The fire looked like it was burning the sky. I could hear screams and roars far off in the distance. It was like a scene from hell.
Really?
Nevertheless, heat surged through my body as Heisuke pushed on me a few times.
Just be honest with yourself, Chizuru. You were telling me that you want to do it.
No. My reason and instinct were battling one another. My mind was turning into mush.
See? I think it would feel amazing if we did it here. Not for me, Chizuru.
Heisuke forcefully put his tongue on me. I saw a house crumble and fall behind him. People are dying in front of us, yet I'm lost in pleasure. I was at my limit. I let go of my consciousness. I could hear Heisuke click his tongue somewhere far away. Okay, I really don't know how to feel about that. I know publicly I should say, that's horrible, this is such a horrible thing. And really it is, I definitely would not want these things to happen in real life. But the other side of me that loves yandere guys, I mean, he's not exactly, that is kind of yandere-ish, isn't it? Yeah, that upped the ante for me because I don't like the kid characters, but I like that yandere-ish in him. I like that dark edge. I don't like the weirdness though. I don't like the weird licking your cheek thing and licking your nose and some of this just gets weird. It's just so strange though that like everybody else was such a sweet, concerned guy, except for him. He's the only one that's just totally mad. Even Soji and Sanosuke, they liked fighting. They were dangerous guys, but they still cared about me and wanted me to stay out of danger. Not Heisuke, he drags me right into it. Which honestly I do like in a story though, because I really like dangerous situations and stuff like that, as far as fiction goes. It's just really strange to me because this story is just so different from everything else in this game. Ugh. And I really thought things weren't going to get any more descriptive than Hajime's route, but wow. This one's bringing whole new levels of things. I guess it's good that I left this for last because, oh my god, oh my god. Each route that I read, this is completely unintentional the way that I chose these routes, but each route was more and more intense. It's so weird. Alright, well, I raved enough. Next chapter, chapter 6, will be You Hate Me That Much, so I think we're going to be struggling a little bit with what he just did to us. So I hope to see you there or in some of my other videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.